What's going on, guys? It's Eric again, back with another video. I found something pretty interesting today. The Pistons had a pretty good draft this time. Now, you guys know in my videos where I go through and I talk about sports like that, I usually leave the Pistons out and the Red Wings too, only because I really don't follow the NBA or I don't follow the NHL. But I thought I would give the Pistons at least some love today, even though I'm not a big Pistons fan. If I am a Pistons fan, I will put it to you guys this way. I am a bandwagon fan for the Detroit Pistons. They haven't been doing well this last decade. The coach at Casey there, I don't think he's the right guy for the job, especially with this young group that's coming into the Pistons here. I don't think he's the guy for the job. That's why he left. He got fired from Toronto when he was a Toronto Raptors coach before they won their NBA championship. I just don't like his coaching style. I've seen him a bunch of times already. And just a little bit that I've seen from him throughout his tenure here, and I bet I've probably only watched maybe 10 or 15 Pistons games. It's not good. I will put it that way, not good. I don't like his coaching style at all, and I hope with this new young core group of players, I hope he well, I don't hope because I don't want to see anyone lose their job, but I hope they bring in a coach that's better suited to the young talent. But with that being said, guys, I want to kind of go into the Pistons here a little bit. I was a little surprised how well they drafted here. I will admit that they got Livers from Michigan, which we're going to have to go ahead and see if Livers from Detroit is going to be a good fit for the Pistons. We all know about Cade. We all knew about they were going to select him number one, and it's no real big surprise. But I did find Luke Garza, being from Iowa, that they selected him. And he was, I believe he was in the running for college basketball player of the year. I think it was in for the Naismith Award. I believe that is what that is. I don't think he got it. I can't remember the whole entire how all that transpired, but I don't think he got that. But still, I think that's a pretty significant pickup for the Detroit Pistons here. I'd like that. I like their draft, even though, like I said, I'm not a draft expert and I don't watch the Detroit Pistons hardly at all. But with that being said, I got to admit, I was pretty surprised this morning when I watched the news, and that's what popped up on the screen when the sports segment came on. I was like, dang, we got Garza, Livers, and Cade. That's pretty good for Detroit. For the Pistons. The Tigers won today against who'd they play? Goodness, Baltimore. They won against Baltimore, although Baltimore is kind of one of the worst teams in the league. You could probably put the Tigers right in there with them, but the Tigers I've noticed are starting to win, and they're growing confidence, and I like what I see from the Tigers. I'm going to do a separate video with that, but the main part of the video here, guys. And I'll get on the Lions. It's probably going to be farther down. So if you guys want to probably fast forward, if you guys are seeing this in the future here, we'll probably within the next couple of days. It's probably going to be towards the end. But kind of what I want to talk about here is the SEC, kind of giving them just a little bit of a plug here. The SEC has invited Nebraska, or I want to say Nebraska. It's not Nebraska. It's Oklahoma and Texas into the SEC. That process is finally starting to go. And I will admit, I thought that would have been, they would have had to talk about it first, long, lengthy talks at the SEC, getting those guys starting that process. I didn't think it would be this soon for them to come in and be like, hey, we talked about it. We want to bring you guys in. They must have all sat around and said, yeah, this is probably good for the conference. Probably a unanimous decision, even though I haven't really seen any kind of news on this or in the newspapers or anything like that or online anywhere. I haven't even looked. I kind of watched the local news this morning and I found that and I was like, wow, I better kind of get on and talk about this because in the last video I said I would keep an eye on it. I'm surprised at how soon it was. That's kind of the thing I was thinking. I thought it would take probably a year, or they would get through at least this football season to and then that process would start of saying, hey, let's get them, let's invite them in, or that discussion would take place. But it seems pretty pretty. It's just I didn't think it would be this soon. That's kind of more or less what it is. I really don't have an opinion on it, other than kind of what I just said there. But I was really surprised at how soon that this is coming forward and kind of going along here. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting my getting this microphone here because I'm only seeing my one bars here. But if I'm you know, I'm just surprised, guys. I'm just surprised. I want to talk about the Lions and the Bills coming up here. I think it's August 13th. It's probably going to be starting the preseason. You guys know I used to talk about the Lions here pretty good. I haven't talked about them lately. I really got to get my education back up on them, and I'm not going to talk about the day-to-day stuff. If you guys want to go about those guys, I would probably see Micro Mike, Detroit Drew, Manbeast Morris, Everything King, Luke G's Field Review, the Gridiron Blitz. Those kind of guys are probably going to be your sources, and they'll give opinions on that. I'm kind of more or less kind of how the season's going to play out and track out. I'm not into all into that X and O's, deep dive X and O stuff, but kind of giving my personal opinion on it. Kind of want to see how this team is going to somewhat look, because the first game isn't really the game. You know, you're not going to be like, oh, wow. You're going to get excited that the NFL's kind of starting, but for anything other than that, you're going to kind of see how players respond. There's going to be a lot of guys in and out, trying to see where people play during game time, making decisions on that. But you're going to kind of get a flavor of what things Detroit's going to try to put in there. And that's kind of really what I'm looking at here. My biggest question marks, linebacker, because I feel like we didn't address that. I feel like our secondary is still way too young. We're probably going to get burned on a couple of long balls there until that team gains experience. I think you're at least another 2 years until this team really solidifies, and hopefully they can keep the secondary as it is. There's not a lot of turnaround there. And your wide receiver core kind of seems to be unproven as well. The really only things you've got that are proven are your defensive line, which seems to be pretty stout, and your offense and your running back game seems pretty stout, and your offensive line. Other than those two things, I really don't want to be pessimistic here, but I'm really concerned, guys, about how this team's kind of turning out. Now, I know Dan's trying to put his style in here, and the coaching staff are trying to put their flavor in here, but this season might be a hard one to watch here with 17 games. The first season with 17 games, I'm only looking at 5 to 6 wins for this team, below 500, no playoff thing again. And it's the first year kind of coach here. Dan's going to get a pass. Like I said, you guys know this. First 2 years to me are automatic passes, and possibly even a third year is an automatic pass. Then coming around to your fourth year, you better be starting to show me something here about how your team's progressing. And you guys know this. If you guys are familiar with my channel and you guys have been with me a little while, you know that the Detroit Lions are going to have to, it's a show me kind of thing. I've been a fan ever since back at the end of the Billy Sims running back era there. That's how far back I go for Detroit Lions. Oh, man, die hard, no. But I know enough about the Detroit Lions that you get your hopes up with this team and they crumble your hopes. It's just the way this team operates. I don't understand really how you go this long without having really any significant championships, not even a NFL championship or even being in one Super Bowl. I mean, we've only been to one NFC game, which we got trounced against the Super Bowl champion, which were then the Washington Redskins back in 91-92 season. And then you got you really don't have anything really else to hang your hat on other than that, and only been there once. We haven't even been to a Super Bowl. So kind of coming back to the Bills here, I really want to see how they look, at least kind of get a flavor of what they're going to be doing. I don't really care about the people going in and out and all that sort of stuff. That's going to be on Dan and the coaches, and I've been out of it for so long that I don't really know who's who on that team anymore. I think you've really got – I do want to see how Swift does with the first maybe couple of plays, see how he looks, see how he's going with that just kind of making sure he's in shape and all that. And that's kind of really all I want to look at. And Jared Goff, you're really not going to see him doing much unless usually it's the third preseason game. You got to get to see how this team is going to look on Sundays. That's the real kind of thing I want to look at here. But like I said, if you want to get into the deep dive stuff, guys, check out Everything King, Man Beast Morris, Micro Mike. I would look at Gridiron Blitz, Luke G's Field Review, Detroit Drew, all those other YouTubers here that kind of do that deep dive, X's and O's kind of stuff. I catch their podcasts every kind of once in a while, and their videos are little 10-minute videos. If you guys kind of want that, I would go with that. But my takeaways here are, I was surprised at the Detroit Pistons draft, even though I'm a bandwagon Pistons fan, and I haven't really watched any Pistons games all season, or really kind of during any season other than I stopped watching in 2004, 2005, when the Pistons were in the NBA championship running. That's probably my last time watching the Pistons pretty exclusively. I'm surprised at the SEC's invite to let me restate that. Texas and Oklahoma being invited this soon to the SEC. I'm real surprised about that. I was thinking that was going to kind of be coming on here a little while. And last but not least here, guys, the Lions kind of looking how they're going to look on their first postseason. Goodness, I haven't had enough coffee yet here, guys. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. Kind of going into this, looking at how the flavor is going to be with this football team. But with that being said here, guys, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of live videos here coming into this in the morning. I've got a lot going on here in the afternoons. I'll try to get a video up in the afternoon, which probably isn't going to be, it's probably not going to happen here. It's going to be few and far between. I probably put a video up here, but I'm going to put videos up here, and they're most likely going to be live videos because you're going to kind of see me being myself, not being filtered at all or kind of edit cuts or anything like that. This is probably what I'm going to be doing at least for some time into the future here. And I might do my weekend rambles right here because you can tell back here I haven't even installed that the flooring in the mudroom yet. That's still kind of got a bunch of junk back here. But with that being said here, guys, let me know if you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you do not, guys. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. I think that's the first time I've done that in about 4 months. It's got that little phrase correct here, guys. But I got to shower yet. I got to brush my teeth. I got to get dressed and get ready for work here on a Friday. We're going to go ahead and get this day started here, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this video, guys, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.